So, good morning or good night, good evening, depending on where you are in this world, and welcome to another album review of The Shield Dude on a Couch. I'm your host, Hector, and today we're going to talk about the third album by Wolfgang Halen, but his band is called Mammoth, and I actually bought his first album when it came out. It was a record store release date, and I remember when this came out. First of all, it was an exciting time, but it was, obviously he had just lost his father. So when news of like that, that Wolfie was going to have his own band, I was thinking, I wonder what it's gonna sound like. Is it gonna sound like Van Halen? But no, it didn't sound like Van Halen. And at the beginning, it was Mammoth Wolfgang Van Halen because Mammoth was the original name of Van Halen. But for this third album, they finally dropped the Wolfgang Van Halen moniker, and now it's just Mammoth. And I think it's well deserved because I think Wolf Van Halen let me get this out of the way, an extremely talented musician. He does everything here on the recording. He records drums, he records bass, he records guitar, other instruments. So it's quite impressive. And obviously, like being the son of like a guitar legend like Eddie Van Halen is a lot. But Eddie Van Halen didn't sing like Wolfgang. Wolfgang has actually a cool voice. I also remember that before he did this band and in between Van Halen, he also toured with Tremonti. I believe he was in one of his albums and he was the bass player, but I'm not sure right now. So on this third album, Wolfgang Van Halen, I think, feels more comfortable with his stuff, that his music and his talent. So I remember the second album. I enjoyed it, but I think I enjoyed the first one better. So on this album number three, which is called The End, is it the end or is it just the beginning? Is Wolfgang Van Halen just warming up? Let's discuss. So this album has 10 tracks and it's 39 minutes in length. And it's a rock record, like he plays rock records. Some of the songs have like a commercial appeal to them. Not bad for me. I like all types of rock, and like commercial sounding stuff I enjoyed. So let's go track by track with these 10 tracks from this album. So the album starts with One of a Kind. And this one, the melody reminded me of, like, it sounded like a mixture of Foo Fighters meets Alter Bridge, which I thought was interesting. More Foo Fighters in the guitar tone, more Alter Bridge in the way that Wolfgang is singing this song. And I think it's a great song to have as an album opener. It's really energetic, it changes paces a little bit, and it's a great way to start a record. This one is followed by The End, which was the lead single from this record. And when I heard this lead single a few months ago, what really stood out to me is that guitar tapping at the beginning. And I was reading, and Wolfgang actually wrote that guitar tapping way back in 2014. So it's a long time. He had that guitar tapping part, but he didn't have a song to put it. So when they were working on this album, they said he had that guitar part, tapping part, and he's like, "What if I make the whole song that sounds like a huge guitar solo?" And this song has also a great guitar solo in it. The music video for this song is super awesome, and I love this song. I think it was a great song to have as the single. It feels epic, it feels energetic, and it gets you excited for the record. And it really did. I That guitar tapping part, like Wolfgang Van Halen, I salute you. Great stuff. And after this, you have a song called Same Old Song, which I think is the newest single that he just released now with the album being out. And I like the rock and roll sleazy vibes of this song. It has like a glam feeling to it. And it's he said on an interview that it's this is like a sequel to Don't Back Down. That it was a track from the first record, and it's a I like the mood of the track. This is followed by the song number four, The Spell, which is the second single that he had released from this album. And this one, Wolf Van Halen said that he was very inspired by Lenny Kravitz, and it has like a 70s feel to it. And the guitar tone reminded me of like when Lenny Kravitz did Are You Gonna Go My Way, that album in particular. And yeah, it's got that vibe. It's you kind of can like dance to it, and it's got one of like the catchiest chorus on the record. Like when he's like, "I'll put a spell," like when he's talking about like the spell, and it is kind of like a very like fun track, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I can see why they had that as a single. Then we have, I think, one of I don't know, I think they released this as a single because it was available to stream before, and it's called I Really Wanna. And on this song, Wolfgang Van Halen is swearing. It really caught me off guard because this song is very tongue in cheek. And I was listening because I'm like, I really wanna. So I didn't know what he was gonna, he really wanted with. He sings, I really wanna fuck with you. And it's not like fucking of like having sex. This is like a fuck you song, like a piss you off song. And it's like he was saying in an interview that I was reading that this is like a song where like you're always going to be criticized no matter what you do. So this was like, why don't you guys just fuck around with people? And I know that Wolf Van Halen has a very tasty music because he's a Meshuggah fan. So I want to hear the Mammoth Meshuggah song, please, next album. So yeah, it's a fun track, and I like the piece off vibes of it. It's very rock and roll, and sometimes rock and roll now a lot of like the mainstream stuff play it safe. So having an artist that has like some commercial appeal to it, and having a song where he says, "I really want to fuck with you," it's it's different and ballsy. So again, a great track. Then you have the track number six, which is called Happy. And this one is a more mid 90s, like grunge type of song. It has some cool guitar parts to it that it gets heavier, but then it has like a melodic part. So it has a melodic chorus, and it really pays homage to those like alternative rock bands, grungy bands from the 90s. So I enjoyed that as well. Then you have track number seven, Better Off. And this has a cool guitar riff that starts the song. And the chorus, I don't know. He says in an interview that it reminded me like it had like a Black Crowes vibe, but I thought more of bands like Fuel or Three Doors Down in the chorus of this song and the vibe. And it's another catchy track as well. So track number eight, we have a song called Something New. And the initial riff from this song, I thought it was like really interesting. And he does write catchy choruses. And this one has another catchy chorus. It gets a little bit more aggressive at times, but it has that accessibility to it. Then it follows track number nine, Selfish. And for this track, the initial beginning of the guitar, he used a shark guitar, which actually his father used. Eddie Van Halen used it on Women and Children First. So I thought that was a great way to, like pay homage to his father, like by using a signature guitar that he used. And this one sounds the most interesting part about this it's the beginning drums on these songs sound like Stay Away from Nirvana. Like I'm like, yeah, it sounds like that, but then it totally changes. But the beginning part. Then we go into the final track of the record, which is called All in Good Time. And this is the ballad of the record, but it's not really like a super ballad. It's like a power ballad. And it's a track that feels more hopeful. Uh, it has a more hopeful vibes. And I can't state this enough. Wolfgang Van Halen's vocals on this are great. He truly is a great singer. I like the tone of his voice and the way that he does this. He does like great choruses, great singing. He's like, what can I say, supremely talented. So this is an album that it's all about like doomsday. But if this is a doomsday record, this is the fun doomsday. This is the doomsday record that you play when you're having fun, drinking some beers with your friends, and just playing some good old rock and roll. So minor nitpicks with this record. I think some of the tracks get to sound a little bit similar at times, and I still think Wolfgang Van Halen is restraining himself a little bit. I think he can do more. He's that talented. So for a fourth album, I don't know. I wish he went all balls out and experiment. Give us that Meshuggah track, Wolfie. I want to hear that. But yes, this is a great rock record. I enjoyed it. It's got some hooks for and catchy choruses for days. So I think out of his three records, I think I really enjoyed this one when it came out. The second one I thought was good, but not better than the first one. But I think this is the most cohesive of Mammoth. So I think his Wolf is more comfortable writing his music, and it shows. And the end, that guitar tapping alone is just amazing. So I want to know from you, Couchers, what do you think of The End by Mammoth? Are you a fan, or if you don't enjoy it, like at least tell me what you don't like about it. But if you like it, comment down below. Let me know what do you think of Wolf Van Halen. I really think that the Van Halen name lives on, and it's in a good place with Wolfie. So comment down below. Subscribe to my channel if you like this. Share it with other people that would like and enjoy my content. So until next time, this is Hector, the Shield Dude on a couch, and I'll see you all right here on this couch. Thank you and goodbye.